Some of the best ideas we come up for in Room 442 are just organic conversations by our desks. Now, today we saw rumblings, some stupid rumor, maybe, about Leo Messi being loaned out to, well, who knows where, maybe a European team during the MLS off-season. We saw it before with Beckham, of course,
right,
all those years ago now. But it got us thinking, where's the perfect destination for Lionel Messi on loan from Inter Miami?
So from now until January.
Well, you think so. Now, bear in mind, Beckham initially was loaned to AC Milan.
Mm-hmm.
He then negotiated an extension of that loan till July, right? So potentially you could loan out Messi and then he sticks around a bit longer. Remember when that happened? I couldn't believe it, the arrogance of it all.
He wanted to stay too, right?
Yeah, he did not want to go back because it was miserable times.
Well, he was playing great at Milan. That was the reason. But listen, who knows? Messi goes somewhere else, looks great. Anyway, regardless, where is the perfect destination for Lionel Messi? Let's start with you, Bertie.
You start with me?
Will it let old bias Sarah over there, who's
hold on,
probably written volumes about this in a diary? Yeah.
It would be Barcelona.
Right.
That would be the perfect desestination.
Is that likely?
I mean, I guess. I mean, they got some levers to pull or whatever they're doing over there to bring Messi over.
Haven't all the levers been pulled?
I don't know the whole situation
because they're making
there.
a ton of money again with like all the new deals, and they have like the whatever with Spotify, and they didn't pay for anyone in the transfer window, and they're in Champions League and they're doing okay. So
it could be a cheap loan fee as well, right?
It could be, and also the reason that started was because they wanted to bring Messi back to have a proper goodbye with the fans. So that's what. Hey, listen, I want that goodbye. If Messi goes back to Barcelona, I'm flying back for one of those games. There's no shadow of a doubt. Like,
I want to play like fantasy general manager in this whole situation. Like I told you guys, what if he like deep down hates Barcelona for the way he was treated?
Yeah, he was
the
forced
way certain
out.
Players was treated, and he's like, you know what? I want to go play with the best player in the world right now. Put me in a midfield with Jude Bellingham at Real Madrid so I can get back at Barcelona.
That would be
Sarah Ferraria.
One of the biggest.
I would quit.
That
this
would be
job.
the biggest story of all time.
I would leave football.
Would Messi die in your eyes if you did that?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, I think I'd lose like a lot of respect for him, but I don't think I could ever forget like everything that he's accomplished as a player. Like that's the thing, even with like other players that have played for Real Madrid. No, because I've never said I hate Ronaldo because I can appreciate his talent.
I know, but this is different.
But this is different. But I also know deep down in my soul, Messi would never play for Real Madrid.
No, I think it's
never
the least likely destination.
Yeah, it is definitely least
Real
likely.
Madrid.
He'd go to Al Nassr with Ronaldo in Saudi Arabia before going to this Real Madrid.
That could be it too.
But he's shown us already that he wants the money as well, though, right? He could have gone for less. He could have found a way to stay at Barcelona as well, had he chosen to, right? But he wants the respect of the right wages.
But that's the thing; it's about respect too.
Yes,
like that's exactly.
But still, so where could he? Who could afford him, right? Well, a Man City could afford him. Who's coaching them?
Mr. Pep Guardiola.
Nice save there, Sarah.
Kevin De Bruyne out until about January.
Yeah,
who fits in perfectly? Lionel Messi.
Mm-hmm.
It makes too much sense, which is why I don't think it'll happen.
But do you think a club like Man City, who's going to be competing on all fronts again, apart from the Carabao Cup, which I don't care about, wants to bring in a player for a short term?
I mean, if there's one player to bring in,
right,
that is going to end up becoming the best player in the league, most likely,
and with De Bruyne coming back to replace him, when he goes back to Inter Miami,
and you got Champions League football.
You can see a fit there, can't you?
It's a perfect fit. It really is.
Can you imagine Messi at?
Well, he almost joined that, right? That was a rumor before PSG. You remember that summer?
Yeah,
it was nuts, and the rumor was he's going to be going to Man City to rejoin Pep.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It does. I think though, like, can you guys see him going to South America? Because I mean, like, I just don't know if because it like.
News Old Boys is his former club.
Yeah, but I don't. Like, I think he has to go to a more competitive side than that. And the thing is, though, like, I feel like South American football, it's just, he wants something, I think he wants Europe. Like, I don't think for a loan deal, he's coming back into Miami. Like, I think the only place he would go is Europe to loan out.
He hated PSG by all accounts.
Yeah.
Why not go to Marseille, the big rivals of PSG, or current leaders Monaco? Lovely place to live for a few months.
I think he's done with France.
You
like, I feel like he's
just
like, I'm done. Close the book. Like, unfortunately, PSG tainted the entire nation for me. Like, there's no way.
Well, what makes sense, right? So, who has money? Manchester City, PSG, any team in Qatar.
Newcastle.
That's not going to happen.
Can you imagine Messi at the same
Saudi makes sense. I mean, what if, like you said, you have Ronaldo and Messi come together to play in Saudi Arabia?
He goes and plays with, what is it, Al Ittihad with Benzema?
Oh, there's that too?
No,
Ali,
I think it's got to
Neymar?
be just to screw the whole soccer rivalry narrative. You know, Messi, Ronaldo's been our thing as football fans for the last 15 years. To go and become a teammate of his would be the biggest slap in the face to that argument and that debate. I'd love it because it would disrupt so many people's opinions of football as a whole.
What about
these two can't be teammates? That's impossible.
Honestly, I think it has to be Barcelona or nothing. Like, I truly just feel like he has unfinished business there. If it's a loan, it's not so serious. He can go in, he can come back out, right back to Miami, continue playing his football. But like, he talked about how much he wanted to go back to that club. Like, I just think, like, if he wants to just wrap that up nicely, and I think that would just make the most sense. I don't know. Like, I just can't see
It would, but
I almost don't see him going anywhere else. I see him just training with.
But would you be fine with him leaving in January?
I'd rather him come for a bit than not come at all.
Who's playing in
doesn't
that
make
role
any
right
sense,
now
though.
at Barcelona?
It doesn't make
whose
sense for that
whose
to
job is he
happen.
taking?
And would they want
One
him?
of those young studs, right?
Would
yeah,
Barcelona
but then
want him?
they also
Let's
have
be honest.
Louis
No one's asking that question.
just got injured and is meant to be out for like at least
Who?
a month. Lewandowski
Oh.
plays center up front. Messi, perfect slot. Just come right in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the best place for him right now is
Spurs.
into Miami.
Okay,
Spurs.
Spurs top of the league. He said Cristiano Romero is his buddy, best center back in the world.
Not
London's a
Imagine
great
anymore.
city.
Messi playing handball.
No.
It would be fun,
We'd
wouldn't
win the
it?
league.
Listen, I would love to see him in the Prem, obviously
Just
for
joking.
selfish reasons.
Yeah. He would have to stay longer than January. I think,
Yeah,
for it
yeah.
to really make
But
sense.
what-
Yeah,
but that
so
was-
just win
But
everything
he's
with
not going
Barca.
to.
and
The
then-
Beckham deal was different. Although that being said, at the time it was huge. Like, he's not going to come back when he's supposed to come back. Anything can happen, I suppose. It's a bit of a slap in the face to Inter Miami, though.
Yeah, European leagues would end in May, and then so he'd join then. But
But you can't join because of the transfer window.
that's right.
in
Yeah.
MLS,
So
right?
it
But
does-
probably
yeah.
for
So maybe
July.
it's just not going to happen. But he needs to play football, right? I
He
mean,
needs to play football.
So
I don't know. We'll see. Prem would be fun though, and it would disrupt
are we
442
forgetting one?
picks.ca.
Is there one team that we're just not even thinking about that would make complete sense?
What we can afford him? Well, what league can afford him? The Premier League. It'd be Saudi Arabia. Well, we haven't talked about the Serie A. Now the money's not really there at the moment.
No.
Would he look good in a AC Milan kit?
It's hard to
course.
see. I can't, like, a new venture, though, while he's kind of already in a new venture. That seems like a lot to take on, though, no? Like, he just is getting settled in Miami. He didn't really have that many games, right, in MLS because
Well,
there
he's
weren't
good
that...
enough to be an MVP candidate.
Oh, don't even get
Listen,
me
that's
started,
a
dude.
problem that you have with that league. That is not a Messi problem.
That's ridiculous.
But
huh?
you know what I mean? Like, I just don't know. If, like, going there, like, it seems like a lot. Like, there would be too much going on. I don't know. Like, does that make sense?
Well, how about
Yeah.
this? How about this one? One more for you.
Okay.
Right.
Let's hear it.
The last legendary number 10 from Argentina to go to the Serie A. Maradona, Napoli.
He just goes to Napoli just to do it for
Yeah,
Diego.
just-
No,
to
they're
do
a
it.
disaster right now. They sacked their
Just to do it.
manager.
Yeah. See? There's your answer. He's been living in the shadow of Maradona all his whole career, really.
No, he's
Oh,
right?
he's ended
And now
that.
he can
has
go to Napoli and
ended
lead them to a
that.
championship.
It's going to be Barcelona. Of course it is.
He's
It's going to be
coming
into
home.
Miami. That's where he's staying there. This is all
What,
nonsense.
just not play football
Well,
until March?
There's always off seasons for every league. You can't play 12 months of the year, can you?
That's
He
true.
needs. He's broken down already. He can
He's
do with a
not
few
Messi.
months off.
But he's different, right? He doesn't really run.
Yes, that is true. Not anymore.
No, I'm not saying that in a bad way.
No. Yeah.
He's the only player who's allowed to do that because he's magic. But
Anyway, back to my 442picks.ca segue, which you interrupted
Sorry.
so badly.
I'm sorry.
Sign up because Messi might be there and might change everything real soon. 442picks.ca. It's free to enter and you can win a ton of prizes. So much, in fact, you could probably sign Leo Messi to a loan deal. Room 442 is brought to you by North Star Bets. That's a win.